Okay, so let us start. First World War. The war, which occurred in the year 1914, involved almost all the major countries of the world, and this war started in the year 1914 and continued till 1918. And this war, which was fought in the year 1914, is called World War. Why? Because this war was fought on a wide scale. It was fought on land, in sea and in the air, and about 86 nations of the world, they participated in this war. This war directly or indirectly affected almost the entire world. So for these reasons, because of this reason, this war is called the First World War. So this war was fought in the year 1914. So several reasons were responsible for this war. So these reasons are categorized: long-term reasons, long-term causes and immediate cause. So today we will know about the long-term causes. So long-term causes, first of them is division of Europe. Division of Europe means before the start of this war, in the beginning of the 20th century, the whole Europe was divided into two hostile camps or groups, or we can say blocks, and these blocks were hostile. Hostile means unfriendly. These blocks, they were just unfriendly towards one another. Okay, so first block was Triple Entente, which was formed by Britain, France and Russia. Which group was formed by Britain, France and Russia? Triple Entente in the year 1907. But before the formation of Triple Entente, Germany, Italy and Austria-Hungary, they had already formed a group called Triple Alliance. In which year? In the 1882. Now these groups, as I told you right now, they were unfriendly. So the countries of these groups, they were just making treaties, they were making compromises, they were making promises. What promises? Ki if war occurs, they will help each other. Okay, they were making secret alliances, and there were, because of these secret alliances, tensions started prevailing in the atmosphere. So in such a tense atmosphere, the war became inevitable, or we can say unavoidable. Okay, when does the war occur? When the tensions start occurring between the countries or between the people. The same was occurring at that time. So first cause is clear to you: division of Europe. Okay, which two groups perform? Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. You have to remember the member countries of both these groups. Year is not important in which year the group was formed, but the member countries and group name should be clear to you. Next, long-term cause. I am going to explain you, that is the nationalism and mutual rivalries. So what does it mean? Listen here. Actually, the 19th century, it was an era, it was a period of narrow and militant nationalism. So what does it mean? Narrow nationalism, militant nationalism means during this time, the meaning of patriotism was love for one's own country, but at the same time hatred for the other country. And at this time, what was happening? Every country was thinking, was planning only for its own personal benefit, for her own country's benefit. No one was caring, no country was caring about the humanity, about the human's welfare. Every nation was just working, was worried about her own national interest. And nationalism, the meaning of nationalism was changed. At this time, in this period, nationalism had become competitive and aggressive. Okay, the rulers of the countries, they were becoming more and more ambitious. For example, German Emperor William Caesar, he wanted to establish a large German empire, and Germany had rivalry with France. And in the first Franco-Prussian War, what happened? Germany defeated France and captured the French provinces Alsace and Lorraine. So because of this, rivalry started developing between Germany and France, which became responsible for the outbreak of this First World War. So this nationalism and mutual rivalries is clear to everyone. Okay. Now the next long-term cause which was responsible for the outbreak of this First World War is militarism and armament race. So what was it? Listen it. Actually, in the later half of the 19th century, militarism was growing in Europe. So what was it? Militarism. And this militarism, why was it caused? It was caused because of the narrow nationalism. Narrow nationalism gave birth to militarism. Okay. And now what happened? The countries, different countries, for example Germany, it just started acquiring the colonies in Africa and few islands in the Pacific Ocean. Now what happened? In order to protect her colonial empire, Germany started making warships and it developed a powerful navy also. Clear? As Germany acquired the vast colonial empire, so for protecting it, now it needed the arms and weapons, so it started making the warship, and navy was also strengthened by Germany. And her ship Imperator, which was built in 1912, was the largest in the world. Now Germany had left Britain and France far behind in the production of iron and steel, because iron and steel is needed for making the arms and weapons, ships, etc. Okay. And Germany also dug the Kiel Canal in order to just stay the ships there. Okay, warships can stay there, so it dug the Kiel Canal. Now because of all these preparations, large production of iron and steel, and because of this Kiel Canal, Imperator, so all these factors, all these activities of Germany made Britain and France quite worried. Okay, now these countries, they become quite conscious and they were forced, Britain and France were forced to enter into this armament race. Now the defense budget of these countries, of almost all the countries, started increasing between 1908 to 1940. So starting was done by Germany. Then many other countries also joined this armament race. So defense budget also increased. Now the countries, they started paying more and more attention towards the production of arms and weapons. They were not caring about the growth of industries. About the other sectors, they just ignored, but they just focused on this war preparations, on the production of iron and steel. So these were the long-term causes which were responsible for the outbreak of this First World War. Only these three causes, long-term causes, are in your syllabus. Okay. Now let us know about the immediate cause also. Okay, so this immediate cause was Sarajevo crisis, Sarajevo incident. So listen, what was this Sarajevo crisis? Actually, what happened in the month of June, year 1914, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was he? He was the heir to the Austrian throne. Okay, So what was he doing? He was on an official visit to Sarajevo. Sarajevo was the capital of Bosnia. This Archduke friend Ferdinand, he and his wife, they were on the official visit to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia. Then what happened there? Now he and his wife, they were murdered on 28 June. Now the assassin, the murderer, the person who murdered Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, who was he? He was a 19-year-old Bosnian boy. What was his name? Gavrilo Princip. Gavrilo Princip, correct. Now this dual murder, because two persons were murdered, so this dual murder was planned in Serbia by a secret society. And what was the name of society? Black Hand Society. This murder was planned by Black Hand Society of Serbia. Now, Austrians blamed Serbia for this dual murder. Okay, then what happened? Now, because the Serbian officers, they just helped the assassin, the murderer, with their guns and the bombs, other weapons, whatever the requirement was there for this murder. So everything was just availed by the Serbian officials. So Austria put all the blame of this dual murder on Serbia, and now Austria made 11 demands and sent a strict ultimatum to Serbia that the Austrian government should hand over the criminals to Austria. Austria sent an ultimatum to Serbia that Serbian government should hand over the criminals to Austria, and at the same time Austria also warned Serbia that it should put a ban on anti-Austrian meetings, publications and institutions. All the anti-Austrian meetings should be banned, all the anti-Austrian institutions should be banned, and anti-Austrian publications should also be banned. Now what happened then? How did this war begin? Now Serbia refused to comply with some of the above conditions. Some demands were just accepted by Serbia, but the demand about the putting a ban on the anti-Austrian meeting institutions. So some of the demands, they were not just listened, they were not attended by Serbia. And what happened then? Austria declared a war on Serbia on July 28 in the year 1914. Now as since the beginning, Russia was with Serbia, and on the support of Russia, Serbia just dared to ignore some demands of the Austrian government. Now when Austria declared war on Serbia, then Russia warned Austria and mobilized her troops. Okay, then Germany declared war on Russia. When Russia came to support Serbia, then Germany came to support Austria. Okay, then next day France entered the war, and Britain also declared war on Germany when Germany invaded Belgium. Why Britain just entered the war? Because Belgium's neutrality was guaranteed by Britain. Belgium will not participate in this war. This was guaranteed by Britain. Even then Germany attacked Belgium. Then Britain declared war on Germany. So here then what happened? Germany moved first, Austria-Hungary declared war on Russia, Turkey and Bulgaria, they also joined the war. So this way the First World War begins. One after the other nation started entering this war, and then this is the way, this is how the outbreak of the First World War was done. Okay. So this was just the outbreak of the start of the First World War, and the long-term causes and immediate causes, they are clear to you. Sarajevo crisis is clear to you. Okay.